I used to stand in my garden every single summer, staring at my portulaca, frustrated, confused, and honestly a little embarrassed. Long, bare stems. A few pale flowers at the very top, nothing like the dense, neon carpet I kept seeing in garden magazines. I tried more water. I tried less water. I tried expensive fertilizers from the garden center. Nothing worked. But then I stopped guessing and started reading the plant's actual biology. What I found completely changed everything. Today, I am sharing 5 biological secrets that took me years to figure out. Each one targets a specific internal mechanism inside your plant. And the first secret will completely change how you water, because everything you have been told about watering portulaca is wrong. Here is the mistake I made for 3 seasons straight. I watered my portulaca every single morning on a fixed schedule, because that is what every basic gardening guide told me to do. But portulaca is a Kaahm plant. Kaahm stands for crassulacean acid metabolism, and it means this plant keeps its stomata, its microscopic breathing pores, completely closed during peak midday heat for up to 6 hours. When you water every day without fail, you are sending the plant one very clear biological signal: survival is easy here. And a plant that does not need to survive does not bloom. But the moment you introduce controlled drought stress, the plant activates anthocyanin pigment synthesis, the exact biological process that produces those deep, saturated, neon flower colors you are chasing. The rule I now follow is precise and non-negotiable. Water deeply and thoroughly, then let the top 2 inches of soil go completely dry before you water again. Do not water on a schedule. Water in biology. Which method are you using right now? This was my second big mistake, and honestly, the most damaging one. I was using standard potting soil straight from the bag. It felt rich, it felt soft, it felt right. But here is what was actually happening beneath the surface. Standard potting soil compacts around succulent roots and traps carbon dioxide in the root zone. The scientific term for what follows is cellular asphyxiation. Your roots suffocate, and fungal rot moves in within days. The fix that completely transformed my containers is a high porosity substrate matrix. And the ratio matters exactly. 50% high, quality organic potting mix for structure and organic baseline nutrition. 30% coarse horticultural perlite. This creates permanent air pockets so fresh oxygen reaches every root hair continuously. 20% premium worm castings. Slow, steady, salt-free organic nutrition that never burns. When I tested this mix for the first time, I honestly did not believe how fast it drained. Water clears the pot in 3 seconds flat, but that speed is not waste. That speed is oxygen delivery. Every time water rushes out, fresh air is pulled directly into the root zone. Your roots stay alive, oxygenated, and powerful enough to feed thousands of blooms all season long. I want to talk about something that cost me 2 full growing seasons of poor results. Every time my blooms slowed down, I would grab the blue synthetic fertilizer from my shed and pour it on. And every time, I would get a short burst of green growth, followed by fewer flowers, weaker stems, and soil that smelled wrong. I did not understand why until I learned what synthetic fertilizer actually does to your soil chemistry. Synthetic fertilizers deliver a sudden, concentrated salt load into your soil. That salt spike destroys your soil's cation exchange capacity, its natural biological ability to transfer minerals directly to your root hairs. It kills the beneficial microbial colonies living in your soil that make nutrients bio-available in the first place. And over time, it locks your plant out of the very minerals it needs to produce chlorophyll and blooms. You are not feeding your plant. You are slowly poisoning the ecosystem it depends on. But here is where things get interesting. The solution I discovered is something I now brew right here in my garden. a microbial bio-stimulant tea. 1 cup of organic worm castings steeped in 1 gallon of non-chlorinated water. Add exactly 1 tablespoon of pure Epsom salt, which is magnesium sulfate. And magnesium is not just another mineral. Magnesium is the central atom inside every single chlorophyll molecule in your plant. It is the direct engine of photosynthesis. Without sufficient magnesium, your portulaca cannot convert sunlight into the energy required to produce a single bloom. Allow this to ferment in direct sunlight for 24 hours. This activates millions of beneficial soil microbes that break every mineral down into a fully bio-available form your plant can absorb immediately. Dilute the finished liquid until it looks like light tea, and feed your portulaca once every 2 weeks. You are not feeding the plant directly. You are restoring the living soil biology that your plant has always depended on. This next secret is the one that made me feel genuinely stupid when I finally understood it, because the solution takes about 2 seconds, and I had been skipping it for years. If your portulaca looks like a collection of long bare sticks with flowers only at the very tips, it is obeying one of botany's most powerful biological laws: apical dominance. The terminal bud at the tip of every stem produces a hormone called auxin. Auxin flows downward through the stem and chemically suppresses every single lateral node below it. Every dormant bud that could become a branch, a stem, a cluster of flowers. Your plant is not sparse because it is unhealthy. It is sparse because one tiny bud at the top is chemically locking every other bud in dormancy. The fix is this: pinch it off. The moment you remove that terminal bud, you cut off the auxin supply completely. Within 14 days, 4 to 5 new lateral branches emerge from nodes that auxin was holding back. Each new branch produces its own independent cluster of blooms. Do this on every stem when your plant reaches 4 inches tall, early in the season, before habits are set. You will not grow a few flowers at the top of a stick. You will architect a dense, cascading, multi-layered flower carpet from the ground up. For years, I grew portulaca only in containers and hanging baskets. It looked beautiful, but I was leaving its most powerful ecological function completely on the table. Portulaca's dense, trailing, succulent canopy functions as a living mulch layer, and when you plant it at the base of tall sun-loving vegetables, it performs 3 precise ecological services at the same time. First, it shields bare soil from direct UV radiation, keeping the rhizosphere, the root zone, significantly cooler during peak summer heat. A cooler root zone means less heat stress on your vegetable roots and more consistent water and mineral uptake throughout the day. Second, the thick succulent canopy dramatically reduces water evaporation from the soil surface, cutting your irrigation needs by a measurable margin every single week. Third, portulaca roots continuously release organic compounds called root exudates into the surrounding soil. These exudates chemically suppress the germination of weed seeds directly at the rhizosphere level. No synthetic weed killer, no landscape fabric, just your portulaca, doing what its biology was always designed to do. The first time I saw this bed after 1 full season, it genuinely looked like a living work of art. And the tomatoes that season were the healthiest I have ever grown. Mix the substrate once, and your roots have oxygen all season. Brew the biology every 2 weeks, and your soil stays alive and productive. Remove the auxin source early, and your plant builds its own dense architecture from the inside out. I do not do any of these things because I read them in a textbook. I do them because I watched them fail first, and then I watched them work. When you understand the biology of your plants, gardening becomes something completely different. It stops being a series of chores you hope will work, It becomes a set of precise, predictable interventions that produce results you can actually expect. Kaahm metabolism gives you the biological trigger for vibrant, saturated color. The 50-30,000-20 matrix gives your roots the oxygen and nutrition they require to perform. The bio-stimulant restores the living soil chemistry that synthetic products have been quietly destroying. Auxin suppression hands you architectural control over every single stem. And living mulch turns your portulaca into an active ecological system that protects your entire garden. 5 mechanisms, 5 interventions, 1 result: a dense, neon, cascading flower carpet performing at its complete biological maximum all season long. Now that your portulaca biology is fully optimized, the next critical step is engineering your container drainage system for maximum performance.